Even if desired, no missile can destroy the B-2 Spirit bomber. While it looks as large as a football field to the eye, on an enemy's radar, it appears no bigger than a fly. For the B-2 Spirit bomber, evading radar is a piece of cake, no matter how complex the network might be. It is the most expensive aircraft ever built in the world, costing $1 billion. Not only is it silent compared to other jets, but it can also easily deceive infrared-guided and heat-seeking missiles. This is an aircraft that could change the map of the world if it so wished. But the question arises, why does a 52-meter-wide aircraft not get detected on radars? What is the science behind this that America has been hiding for the last 37 years? Welcome back to Amir TV videos. The creation of this B-2 bomber is rooted in an incident that made America hang its head in shame worldwide. Let's go back to May 1960. From Pakistan's Peshawar Air Base, America's Lockheed U-2 aircraft takes off. Its mission was a secret CIA operation to spy on the Soviet Union. This was the Cold War era, a time when America and the Soviet Union were locked in a battle of technological one-upmanship. America was arrogant, confident that its U-2 Lockheed spy plane could fly at 70,000 feet, an altitude where no one could harm it. The U.S. believed no USSR missile could reach that high. But immediately upon entering Soviet territory, the aircraft was detected by radar. Initially, several fighter jets were sent and many missiles launched. However, hitting a target at such height proved to be beyond their capability. Then, the Soviet military locked their S-75 Dina missile onto the plane and fired. America knew about this missile too, but thought the Soviet 75 similarly couldn't reach that altitude. What happened next, however, was beyond America's wildest imagination. With extreme perfection, the S-75 hit the U-2 Lockheed as it flew at 80,000 feet. The plane crashed over the city of Yekaterinburg, and the pilot managed to eject. America's initial claim was that it was a NASA weather research plane. But when the Soviet Union presented the captured pilot and the U-2 surveillance equipment to the world, America faced global disgrace. A solid lesson was learned by both countries from this incident. Afterwards, Russia, i.e., the Soviet Union, began working intensely on its air defense, while America focused on creating technology that would make an aircraft literally invisible to radar. Back then, America's fleet included B-52 bombers. But after this incident, it was confirmed that any such bomber would be shot down before even reaching Russian territory. This meant America could not use its nuclear weapons against Russia, even if it wanted to. Then, by 1976, the USSR had developed surface-to-air missiles, like the S-300, capable of shooting down aircraft even 100 kilometers away. The USSR's air defense had become so strong that a U.S. Air Force general remarked that sending a B-52 bomber into the Soviet Union was like throwing a stone at a beehive. This was the context in which America launched the Advanced Technology Bomber, ITB, program in 1978. The goal was to create a bomber that could enter Soviet territory, drop bombs right in front of their radars, and escape completely unnoticed. America's requirements were all fulfilled by the B-2 bomber, which had its first flight in 1989, but wasn't revealed to the world until 1997. Its greatest feature is the ability to evade radar. The aircraft's design ensures that when radar signals hit it, they cannot return to their source. The direction of those signals is changed, you see. This is the reason its design consists only of wings, with no fuselage and no tail. On radar, the vertical tail fin found in normal aircraft is detected very easily. Extensively interconnected, the radar network and air defense systems send signals in every direction across the sky, so that not a single corner goes undetected. Normally, these signals reflect off a plane's body and go back to the radar, thus recording its presence. The tail fin is especially hard to hide, because from the side, it acts like a mirror for radars. But the body of the B-2 Spirit bomber is designed so that no matter the direction of the radar signal, it cannot reflect back the same way. This is precisely why a tail was omitted. The signals are deflected in the completely opposite direction by its zigzag design. A coating that 100% absorbs radar signals within itself also contributes to the B-2's success, not just its design. A secret coating has been created by the US, its details still hidden from the world. And this coating is what makes the B-2 bomber 100% invisible on radar. Its radar cross-section is a mere 0.001 square meters, which is astonishing. This means detecting it is equivalent to detecting a fly in the sky. For comparison, a B-52 bomber appears on radar as the size of a two-bedroom apartment. On F-15, looks like a small room. AJF-17 is the size of a single bed, and a Rafale appears as a large pillow. So despite being 10 times larger, the B-2 bomber shows up only as a fly on radar. In aviation security, this technology is called stealth, and its foundation was laid by the B-2 bomber. Evading enemy radar is not the only capability of the B-2 Spirit bomber. Its low heat signature can also deceive infrared and heat-seeking missiles. Infrared surveillance systems are also part of normal air defense systems. These systems detect the heat from a jet's rear, confirm it, and then the missile system locks on to that heat signature. However, the engines of the B-2 bomber are hidden inside its body. After combustion, the heat is not released directly outside, but is first mixed with cold outside air. As a result, the B-2 bomber leaves no heat signature behind, making it the aircraft with the smallest heat signature in the world. Think of it this way. If an F-16 jet is detected from 100 kilometers away by an infrared system, the B-2 bomber won't be detected until it's within 10 kilometers. And it doesn't even fly that low, so detection on infrared radar is unlikely. The B-2 bomber is capable of flying at 15,000 meters, or at 500 feet, which is amazing. Flying at such high altitude allows it to evade infrared radar, and because the atmosphere is thinner, there is less drag on the aircraft, improving fuel efficiency. This lets it travel even greater distances. A distance of 11,000 kilometers can be easily covered by the B-2 bomber with a full tank. You might think its invisibility to radar and infrared is its key feature. But no. What truly makes the B-2 a stealth bomber is its ECM, or electronic countermeasures. High-tech ECM systems are equipped on the B-2. They first check the frequency of the enemy's radar. Then, false signals are set on that same frequency. This causes the radar to show the B-2's wrong location, or even show the B-2 at 20 different locations at once, while in reality, it is only in one place. The radar signal is recorded by this system, modified, and then sent back. The radar thinks the signal is genuine, but it is false. The best part is that the ECM sends false signals only to the radar that detected it, so the enemy thinks it might be noise or an error. If all radars received false signals, the enemy might get suspicious. Mostly made of carbon graphite composite material, the B-2 bomber's body was built in pieces and then joined together with the perfection of a Swiss watchmaker. Now, let's talk about its payload. Astonishingly, it can carry 18,000 kilograms of explosives. That's roughly the load of 15 cars. Inside its belly, it can hide 80 JDAMs, which are GPS-guided bombs. It can carry 16 BA-3 nuclear bombs and 16 AGM-158JASS missiles, which are stealth cruise missiles. These bombs are fitted inside the B-2's internal bay, and the door closes to maintain stealth during flight. It can go from the US to Russia and back in terms of range. And if refueled mid-air, the B-2 bomber can reach any corner of the world. During the Afghanistan War, the B-2 bomber took off from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri. USA. It covered 9,500 kilometers, conducted bombings in Afghanistan, and returned without landing. Only one mid-air refueling was needed in this entire mission, where the B-2 bomber flew continuously for 45 hours without being spotted on a single radar. Additionally, it was used for bombings in Serbia during Operation Allied Force in 1999, Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003, and Operation Odyssey Dawn in 2011 in Libya also saw the B-2 in action. The B-2 Spirit bomber can fly in any weather and under any condition. Using its backup systems, it can keep flying by observing the stars, even if GPS satellites are destroyed. The world's largest obstacle avoidance plane is what the B-2 bomber becomes, thanks to its high-tech sensors and cameras. It automatically identifies the terrain and flies accordingly. Because it is essentially a very large wing with no tail, rudder, or elevator, its stability isn't perfect enough for a pilot to fly without computer assistance. The world's most complex computer system is housed within it, constantly adjusting its roll and pitch movements. The pilot merely gives commands to the computer to turn, and then the computer itself turns the aircraft as needed. Obviously, such an advanced and secure plane will be very expensive. To date, only 21 B-2 bombers have been built, with each aircraft costing $1 billion to produce. This means the GDP of many countries is less than the price of a B-2 bomber. All these aircraft are solely with the U.S., and America has no intention of selling this technology so far. Its fuel appetite is such that it consumes $5 million worth of fuel in just 1 hour, whereas a normal commercial jet consumes $0 worth of fuel in 1 hour. The maintenance of the B-2 bomber is also very different from a regular aircraft. After every flight, the entire aircraft is soft-washed, and the secret stealth coating is reapplied. Every corner of the body is checked for the smallest hole or dent, because a dent, even the size of a mosquito, could cause it to lose its ability to maintain stealth. We hope you will generously like and share this Amir TV video. Your loving comments are greatly appreciated. We'll see you in the next fantastic video.